Ladies and gentlemen, please, will you rise and join us as we recite the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. At this time, I would like to invite Police Chaplain Rabbi Montrose to deliver tonight's invocation. Rabbi.
It's wonderful to see so many faces for so few parking spots. Good evening. Before we begin tonight's program, before the names are called and the awards are placed in deserving hands and the photographs are taken, I want to ask you to do something simple with me. Look around the room. Look at the person beside you, the person across from you, the one in dress uniform, the one in a department polo, the spouse who took a deep breath before walking in the room tonight, the child who isn't quite sure what all the fuss is about, but knows that their mom or dad has something to do with it. This is who we are celebrating tonight. Not a roster, not a roll call, not a list of incident numbers or commendation codes. Humans. Humans who chose and choose again every single shift to run towards what most people run from. Humans who somewhere along the way raised a hand and swore an oath to a city full of people they had never met. And they promised to care for them anyways. That's an extraordinary thing, and we don't say it enough. Tonight, the awards we are about to present have names attached to them. Some are individual, and some are shared by teams who carried the work together. But behind every one of those names is a story that the citation can only hint at. There are the officers who sat with the family's pain, the kind of case that doesn't let you sleep, and they pursued justice anyways. They cannot undo what was done. No one can. But they bore witness to it, and they refused to look away from it, and they made sure that the world answered for it. And in doing so, they carry a weight home with them that most people will never see. These are the officers who stood between someone and the worst moment of that person's life. Someone who in that moment did not want to live. And because of what those officers did, what they said, how they stayed, how they reached, that person is still here. Still here. There's no greater rescue than that. There are officers among us who watch over our four-legged friends, the one family member that had their families pacing the porch all day, and who stood up for those same creatures when cruelty was the crime. Because someone has to. And because how a community treats the voiceless says everything about it. And there are countless others. The calls that didn't make the news, the conversations that diffused something before it became something worse, the small mercies that no citation could ever fully capture. That is the work, and that is the calling. And tonight is our chance as a department and as a community to say out loud what is so often only whispered. Thank you. But I want to take it a step further because I know the people in this room. We're not celebrating you tonight simply because you did your jobs well. You did. You did them with skill. You did them with courage, with discipline. That alone would be worth honoring. We're celebrating you because of who you were while you were doing them. You were patient when no one would have blamed you for being short. You were kind when kindness wasn't required. You stood in someone's worst moment, and you carried yourself in a way that made that moment a little less terrible to live through. You rescued. You brought relief. You eased pain you did not cause and could not erase simply by being present to do so. You restored more than order. You restored dignity. You restored balance. You brought relief where there was panic and presence where there was fear. There's not a uniform that does that. That is a person. That is a soul. So tonight, before anything else, I want to honor that. The human beneath the badge, the heart beneath the shield. The good people who happen to also be remarkable officers. What an honor it is to serve alongside you. What a gift it is that we're gathered here in good health, surrounded by family, colleagues, and friends with the chance to say so. If you'd please join me in whatever way is meaningful to you, in whatever tradition you hold, or in the quiet reflection of your own heart for a brief moment together. Our Father in heaven, and to all who simply join us in this moment of reflection, we pause tonight in gratitude. Gratitude for the men and women who wear this badge, and for the families who share them with our community. We give thanks for the lives saved this year, for the justice pursued on behalf of those who cannot pursue it themselves, for the relief brought into homes that needed it, for the calls answered in the quiet hours when most of the world was asleep. We ask for blessing upon every officer in this room, that they be granted steady hands, sharp judgment, and the wisdom to know when softness is the right strength, and when strength itself is what the moment calls for. We ask for blessings upon their families, the ones who wait up, who worry, who carry the weight quietly alongside them. And we ask blessing upon this community of Evanston, that we may continue to be worthy of the service that we receive and meet it with gratitude, partnership, and the love that it deserves. May this evening be one of joy. May the recognition that follows feel as meaningful as it is deserved. Amen. Thank you.
Thank you, Rabbi. When I start my tour of duty, God, wherever crime may be, as I walk the darkened streets alone, let me be close to thee. Please give me understanding of both the young and old. Let me listen with attention until their story's told. Let me never make a judgment in a rash or callous way, but let me hold my patience. Let each man have its say. Lord, if some dark and dreary night I must give my life, Lord, with your unconditional love, protect my family and those in my life. It's one rendition of the police officer's prayer. And whether you're a police officer, family member of a police officer, a loved one, a friend, a civilian, or a community member, that prayer affects you. And that prayer affects everyone in this room. Because behind the badge, behind the uniform, behind every call of service, there's a sacrifice. And many of us, quite frankly, we leave our homes every day not knowing if we're going to return in the same way. Why? Because it's a calling. It's a commitment that we made. Committed to something greater than ourselves. A commitment to serve. A commitment to protect. And a commitment to stand in the gap no matter the cost. And folks, that commitment is not just carried by the officers alone, as the rabbi stated. It's carried by families who wait. It's carried by civilian staff who support. And it's carried by our community who places their trust in us. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ken Carter, and I am one of the investigation supervisors here at the Evanston Police Department. And it is truly a distinct honor and privilege to be here honoring these heroes. Tonight, we're going to recognize people who embody what it means to place duty above self. And folks, tonight, It's more than about awards. It's about courage. It's about integrity. And it's about service. And it's about those people, sworn, civilian, and community members who rise to meet the moments where they matter most. At this time, I would like to introduce one of our city leaders, City Manager Mr. Luke Stowe, someone whose unwavering support for the members of this department as well as the city has been truly felt and deeply appreciated. Mr. Stowe, your professionalism, leadership, and partnership have helped strengthen the relationship between this department and the city that we proudly serve. On behalf of the Evanston Police Department, we sincerely thank him for his continued support and commitment to this community. So folks, please help me welcome City Manager Mr. Luke Stowe.
Good evening, everyone. Just want to offer a warm welcome to everyone for being here this evening. I'd like to recognize Councilmember Harris from the 2nd Ward. Thank you so much for being here tonight and your unwavering support for the Evanston Police Department. Thank you. On behalf of the City Council and city staff, I'm so grateful to be here tonight. This is truly one of my favorite events of the year. It honors excellence and heroes and incredible work by the Evanston Police Department. Want to also welcome friends, family, and loved ones for being here this evening. Thank you for the sacrifices that you make to support those who serve here at the Evanston Police Department. I'm deeply grateful for the awards committee as well. There's a ton of work and preparation and planning that goes into this event, and I'm deeply grateful for those who have helped organize and serve on the awards committee. Also want to take a moment to thank our investigations team and many people in this room and throughout the Evanston Police Department. The last couple of weeks in particular have been especially challenging. We've had 3 shootings the past couple of weeks, and there's been outstanding police work and frankly a lot of sleepless nights and incredible work and dedication and again excellent police work to apprehend those who have brought violence to our community. Also wanted to mention at last year's Police Award events, I was pleased to share and remind everyone that we have gone over 2 years without a homicide. And here tonight, I can share and remind that we've gone over 3 years without a homicide in the city of Evanston. And wanted to thank everyone in this room for their contributions towards that. Any level of violence is unacceptable. We were very grateful to have this historic run without homicides. Lastly, I'd like to thank Chief Stewart for her leadership and the transformation that she's brought to this department, and frankly, the city of Evanston, in addition to the police department. Among other things, she has to put up with me, and I'm deeply grateful to her and for her service. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Stowe. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you and welcome to our 2026 Evanston Police Department Awards Ceremony. Chief of Police, Shanita Stewart, Deputy Chief Jody Wright, Deputy Chief Dan Russell, and Deputy Chief Melissa Secluti, please join me for the presentation of awards. And folks, while they're joining me, I'm going to explain the type of awards that will be issued tonight. Folks, tonight we will honor officers and civilians in the following categories. Certificates of recognition. This is the 4th level of recognition and is awarded for acts of service normally expected of a member in the course of everyday duties, but which merit recognition because of special circumstances. Honorable mentions. This is the 3rd highest form of recognition. It is given for outstanding police work, such as singularly solving a serious crime or by individual initiative, apprehending a criminal in the act of committing a crime. Department commendations. This is the 2nd highest form of recognition. The department commendation is awarded to members who distinguish themselves and bring credit to the department by highly credible or unusual acts in the performance of police duties. Such acts will rise above the expected norm of police or community service in a significant manner. And then we have valor. This is the highest award that can be given to our department members who, by an outstanding act of bravery or heroism, has demonstrated a great degree of selflessness and personal courage which resulted in the saving of a human life. Without such actions by the department member, the person would have died or suffered great bodily harm. We will also present the Police Service Commendation, Unit Citation, Most Fit and Most Improved and Fit Officer of the Year, the William Logan Community Partnership Award, and last, but definitely not least, the Officer and Civilian of the Year Awards. At this time, folks, I would like to turn it over to my good friend, Commander Marla Dukler.
Lowered a little bit here. All right, good evening, everyone. I'm Commander Marla Dukler. I am honored to serve with the Evanston Police Department on the patrol day shift and also work with the awards committee for the city. Our first award tonight is for the most fit officer. Detective Daniel Rosenbaum, can you please step forward? Since he's unable to make it, I will say a little bit about this award. It's important to recognize how critical physical fitness and a healthy lifestyle are to the law enforcement profession. The lack of physical fitness and an unhealthy lifestyle leads to a host of performance and health issues that negatively impact the individual, the agency, and the community. Therefore, it is important to acknowledge those members of our department who take their physical well-being seriously and maintain a healthy lifestyle. Detective Daniel Rosenbaum participated in the department's annual wellness testing, and for the year of 2025, he is awarded the Most Fit Officer. So in his absence, let's go ahead and recognize him. Now, is School Resource Officer Grace Carmichael present? We're going to circle back to her. All right. Now, can Officers Kyle Jordan and Rudy Mujica please step forward? Right here. On February 13th, 2025, EPD units responded to the 200 block of Asbury after receiving a 911 call from a neighbor stating that a male subject just kicked down her neighbor's door and entered the apartment. While units were en route, the victim called 911 stating that her boyfriend broke down the door and was trying to attack her and her mother. The offender fled the scene in his vehicle prior to police arrival. Several units began searching the area for the offender. The offender himself called 911, and telecommunicator Madeline Travis answered the call. Telecommunicator Travis was able to keep the offender on the line and began to obtain information from him about his location and what transpired. During the conversation with telecommunicator Travis, her dialogue led the offender to implicate himself in the disturbance, stating he kicked down the door. Additionally, while speaking with the offender, telecommunicator Travis was able to utilize rapid SOS pings for the offender's cell phone to pinpoint his location in Chicago. It's where Officers Kyle Jordan and Rudy Mujica come in. They relocated to the area where the rapid SOS pings were and began a diligent search of a heavily populated area. Officers Jordan and Mujica were able to locate the offender on foot near the intersection of Greenleaf and Hamilton in Chicago. And as a result, the offender was charged with criminal trespass to residence, domestic assault, both felonies. Officer Jordan, Officer Mujica, and telecommunicator Travis, who's unable to attend tonight, are all being presented with certificates of recognition. Now, is citizen Christopher Mitchell present? Can you please step forward, sir? Thank you. On August 22nd, 2025, Christopher Mitchell was a witness to a crash involving a parked vehicle. He stopped to assist and observed the driver to be unconscious. Officer Bland, who was unable to attend tonight, was dispatched to the scene and observed the driver slumped over and unresponsive. She also observed drug paraphernalia within the vehicle. Officer Bland then administered 2 doses of Narcan, and the driver became responsive within seconds. The driver survived the drug overdose and was subsequently charged with DUI. Christopher Mitchell and Officer Bland's quick response and knowledgeable use of Narcan helped to save the subject's life. For this, both are being recognized with certificates of recognition. Can Officer Jack Gudikantz please step forward? Hello, Goots. Hello. Officer Gudikantz conducted a traffic stop in the 1300 block of Sherman Place on a vehicle for driving without headlights. Upon approach of the vehicle, Officer Gudikantz asked if the driver had any firearms in the vehicle. The driver admitted that he had a firearm in a bag on the front passenger floorboard. The driver had a valid FOID card but did not possess a concealed carry license. He also admitted to possessing cannabis in his vehicle. A search of the vehicle produced a bag containing a Taurus G2 .40 caliber semi-automatic firearm loaded with 10 rounds of ammunition. It also produced cannabis, THC oil, a THC pen, and other drug paraphernalia. The offender was charged with 1 count of unlawful possession of a firearm and numerous narcotics offenses. And for this, we present you with a certificate of recognition. This way, yeah. Can Officer Chanel Brown please step forward? While conducting a check for well-being call, Officer Chanel Brown observed an unlocked rear sliding door and heard a faint moaning sound coming from it within a residence. Inside, Officer Brown discovered a severely unsanitary living condition that was ultimately determined to be hazardous. Further investigation revealed that the victim had been lying helpless in critical condition for nearly 2 weeks. The victim was treated at a local hospital and transferred to an assisted living facility. Had Officer Brown not pursued his investigation of the residence further and noticed the sounds coming from inside, the victim would likely have died. And for this, we present you with a certificate of recognition. And then Officer Brown, don't get too far. Come on back. On June 15th, 2025, Officer Brown was on patrol near the 1700 block of Payne Avenue. He observed a disturbance in the west alley of the 2100 block of Dewey, involving multiple individuals in a physical altercation. During the incident, a black handgun fell to the ground, creating a significant public safety risk. Due to crowd interference from bystanders, Officer Brown was unable to immediately locate the weapon. Officer Brown later conducted a thorough review of his body-worn camera footage in an effort to locate the weapon and identified an unknown individual attempting to cover the firearm in nearby grass and leaves. As a direct result of Officer Brown's diligent and investigative follow-through, the firearm was subsequently located, recovered, and processed by an evidence technician. Officer Brown's actions directly contributed to the removal of a dangerous weapon from the community and reflected a high level of professionalism and commitment to public safety. And for this, we present you with a certificate of recognition. And I will now turn this back over to my brother, Commander Kenny Carter.
Hello. All right. Will the following members please step forward? Officer Amanda Fernandez, Detective Matthew Curley, Detective Brandon Smith, Officer Jack Gudikins, Officer Mario Sanchez, Officer Anthony Velasquez, Officer Chanel Brown, Detective Manny Vasquez, and Sergeants Dan Keeler, Mike Cameron, and Amanda Wright. And folks, also being recognized but unable to make it tonight is Officer Markeisha Mills. On October 5th, 2025, officers responded and managed a fatal solo motorcycle crash in the 2000 block of McCormick. Officers coordinated effectively with Evanston Fire Department, North Taft's Major Crash Assistance Team, and the Cook County Medical Examiner's Office to secure a large and complex scene, to preserve evidence and conduct a thorough investigation. Officers gathered witness statements, reviewed and verified dash camera footage, identified involved parties, and facilitated next of kin notification with the assistance of command staff and victim services personnel. Their professionalism, meticulous attention to detail, and seamless interagency cooperation were critical in managing a profoundly disturbing scene. They ensured a thorough and coordinated investigation under extremely difficult and in emotionally charged circumstances. For this, all are presented with certificates of recognition. Will Detective T.J. Timothy Messing please step forward? Is he here? There he is. There he is. Evanston officers responded to a house fire in the 2000 block of Jackson, following a disturbance early in the day that involved the residents. Detectives conducted a canvass of the neighborhood, identifying witnesses who provided critical testimony of the event. The evidence established that the resident was responsible for starting the fire. The investigative team, led by Detective Messing, acted quickly and effectively. Their work secured 3 Class X felony charges of aggravated arson. For this, we present you with a certificate of recognition. Will Detective Amin Varani please step forward? Detective Varani investigated thefts at the Aliyah of Evanston, where an employee stole wallets from elderly residents and used credit cards for fraudulent purchases. Through video canvasses, phone records, and financial tracking, Detective Varani learned that the offender was tied to multiple incidents. Throughout this investigation, Detective Ronnie connected incidents, coordinated with facility staff, and pursued felony charges against a repeat offender, ensuring she was held accountable. The offender was charged with multiple counts of aggravated identity theft. For this, we present you with a certificate of recognition. Thank you. Will Detectives Carl Gustafson and Tony Sosa please step forward? So pretty, so pretty. He's so pretty. An offender fired multiple rounds at a vehicle occupied by his son and another victim. Detectives secured the scene, collected evidence, including shell casings, and damage to the vehicle. Detectives then executed a search warrant on the offender's residence. Detectives managed a dangerous situation with many moving parts and gained cooperation from the victims, which was very unlikely in the situation. Felony Review reviewed the case with the detectives, and the offender was charged with 2 counts of attempted murder. For this, we present you both with certificates of recognition. I know we mentioned Detective Rosenbaum. He's still coordinating a case right now with Felony Review. Is that correct, Sarge? Thank you. As I just stated, Detective Rosenbaum, he's working on a case right now, trying to secure attempt murder charges as we speak on the shooting that we had a couple of weeks ago. But I'm going to read this award. Detective developed probable cause linking an offender to a firearm discharge. Surveillance and traffic enforcement efforts located the offender in a vehicle with another subject. The offender was arrested and charged with aggravated discharge of a firearm. At grand jury, charges were upgraded to attempted murder and multiple weapons violations. Detective Rosenbaum combined investigative persistence with tactical coordination. His use of surveillance and video analysis ensured an effective arrest and a strong case for presentation, which resulted in significant charges. For this, we present him with a certificate of recognition, and we will make sure that he gets that award. Will Detective Manny Vasquez please step forward? Also being recognized for this award is Officer Greg Romero. He was unable to attend tonight. Detective Manny Vasquez investigated a June 2025 shooting and developed probable cause to arrest a co-conspirator. Detective Vasquez displayed a strong investigative skill, ensuring probable cause through interviews, evidence analysis, and coordination. His work culminated in the offender's arrest. The offender was charged with aggravated discharge of a firearm, which is a felony. It's a serious felony. And Officer Romero, a certified evidence technician, conducted exceptional evidence processing. His attention to detail and evidence processing was instrumental to the overall success of the case, ensuring that the critical evidentiary element was accurately identified, as well as it was preserved and documented, which this ultimately strengthened the integrity and outcome of this investigation. For this, we present them both with certificates of recognition. Will Detective Cortez Maxwell please step forward? Detectives linked a serial offender to multiple thefts and identity crimes in Evanston and surrounding jurisdictions. On July 23, 2025, the offender was arrested near Church in Sherman, and felony charges were secured by Detective Maxwell for several cases in addition to outstanding warrants. Detective Maxwell collaborated effectively with his partners using surveillance, wanted bulletins, and community tips to build his case. For this, we present him with a certificate of recognition. Hold on. Got another one for him. Detective Maxwell investigated escalating harassment and hate-motivated behavior by an offender who made false reports and threats against Evanston residents. Detective Maxwell secured psychiatric screenings, firearms restraining orders, and felony charges of hate crime and electronic harassment. Throughout the investigation, Detective Maxwell demonstrated exceptional professionalism and composure under challenging circumstances, maintaining strict objectivity, while personally being targeted by the harassment. His thorough, methodological approach and unwavering persistence were essential in driving the investigation forward and ensuring accountability. For this, we present him with a certificate of recognition. Will Detective Adam Pack please step forward? Is he working on the charges as well? Okay. He's also working on trying to secure felony charges on the shooting that we had with Detective Rosenbaum. But I'll read. Detective Pack investigated a vehicle fire on Custer Avenue. Through hours of surveillance review, camera analysis, and canvassing, he identified the offender. Detective Pack demonstrated persistence and technical skill. His attention to detail in video analysis and evidence gathering built a strong case and ensured criminal charges for arson. For this, we present him with a certificate of recognition. And there's one more for Detective Pack as well. Also, Detectives Juan Navarrete, come forward. Hey, Juan. Detective Jackie Herrera. Detective Amin Varani. Detective Tim Messing. As stated, Detective Rosenbaum, he's still working on charges. Detective Christopher Moore. Detective Matt Curley. Officers Hu Park. Mario Sanchez. Ryan Turner Norman. Yeah. ATN. That's what we affectionately call him. Gentle Giant. Rudy Mojica. And Sergeants Ricky Tyson, Tom Giese, Seska Henderson, myself, and Commander Pillars. Oh, yeah. Surprising because they do the work, honestly. They do all the work. As bosses, we just sit and amused by what they do and to try to give them a good, healthy atmosphere to do what they need to do to secure charges. So we're very pleased to have members of this department. They're the most talented group I've ever seen, and I've been here for 24 years. But yes, very talented. So members are also being recognized, but they cannot attend this evening's are Officer Nina Griffith, Officer Greg Romero, Officer Corey Svensson, Officer Brandon Marks, Officer Anthony Beckman, Detective Adam Kozlowski, and Commander Chris Tortorello. Couldn't be here, but I'll read the narrative of this award. Detective Navarrete led an extensive investigation after the predatory sexual assault of an 11-year-old child. The case required multiple interviews and canvasses, forensic processing, and surveillance. On September 15th, 2025, the offender was arrested and charged with predatory criminal sexual assault, a Class X felony. Members assigned to the Special Operations Group and the Special Response Team assisted the Investigations Bureau and played a critical major role in coordinating surveillance efforts, ultimately leading to the successful location and arrest of the offender. Detective Navarrete, serving as the lead investigator, demonstrated exceptional professionalism and persistence, meticulously building an airtight case that led to the safe apprehension of the suspect. The team's collaborative efforts ensured justice was achieved for a highly vulnerable juvenile victim. For this, we present them all with certificates of recognition. Thank you, folks. I will now turn it over to Commander Liz Glenn.
Good evening. My name is Liz Glenn. I'm a commander of the special events at the PD. Will the following members please step forward? Detectives Ben Holloman, Dave Cherry, Rosenbaum, no, he's not here, Cesar Galindo, Nick Chipolet, FBI Special Agent Kyle Weidman, and Commander Pillars. Before we recognize this award, the Evanston Police Department wants to take this opportunity to thank our FBI federal partners who are present tonight. Assistant Special Agent in Charge Stephen Flores. I really apologize if I get any of these names wrong. Assistant Special Agent in Charge Denaris Coleman. Supervisory Special Agent Darren O'Reilly. And FBI Public Affairs Officer Gabriel Slezkier. That one was hard. Thank you all for your continued partnership. Members of the Special Operations Group are receiving a certificate of recognition following their assistance in an FBI case named Family Tradition. After the conclusion of an Evanston narcotics operation, the Special Operations Group developed intelligence leading to the discovery of a large-scale narcotics trafficking operation. Due to the scope of the investigation, The Special Operations Group partnered with the FBI, including FBI Special Agent Weidman, a former Evanston Police Department officer, whose experience with EPD played a key role in the success of the joint operation. Over the year, personnel conducted extensive surveillance, monitored multiple wiretaps, and completed several large-scale controlled purchases of narcotics and firearms. These efforts identified the primary suspect as a leader of a drug trafficking organization. Personnel safely took the primary suspect into custody at his residence while simultaneously executing multiple search and arrest warrants. As the investigation progressed, 4 additional members of the organization were also arrested. Investigators have seized approximately 2 kilos of cocaine, 40 grams of fentanyl, and 5 firearms. For this, we present all of you with a certificate of recognition. But you guys can all stand. They're getting more. Come here. You come get your ace. Skinny Winnie. This same group, on February 12th, 2025, located and apprehended an offender wanted for aggravated criminal sexual abuse of a minor. The offender was safely taken into custody at a CTA post after intelligence was developed and detectives learned of his work assignment. The arrest concluded a case first initiated in November of 2022 for the sexual assault of a 13-year-old juvenile. The offender was charged with aggravated criminal sexual abuse, a Class 2 felony. For this, we present all of you with certificates of recognition. We're not done. We got Detectives Rosenbaum, Chipolette, Galindo, and Commander Pillars for the next award. And there's more. Detective Matt Masucci, Manny Vasquez, Chris Moore, and Adam Pack. Please join us. Members that are also being recognized this evening who are unable to attend for this specific case were Officer Michael Kane and Commander Chris Tortorello. Detectives, led by Detective Vasquez, conducted a nearly 2-year-long investigation into a pattern of armed robberies in the 300 blocks of Custer and Sherman. In February of 2025, the team orchestrated a buy-bust operation targeting an identified suspect. During enforcement, the suspect approached with a firearm and subsequently fled, only to be apprehended after a short pursuit. The loaded firearm he approached with was recovered. As the investigation progressed, in November 2025, members of the Evanston Police Department conducted an undercover operation in the 300 block of Custer Avenue in response to a series of armed robberies targeting victims that were lured through social media. During the operation, an undercover officer arranged to meet the suspect, who was believed to be armed and responsible for several previous robberies, including an incident in which he struck the victim in the face with a handgun. The suspect approached the undercover officer while armed with a handgun and advanced towards him in the backyard of a residence. The undercover officer exercised exceptional situational awareness and tactical discipline by retreating to a secured position rather than escalating the encounter. For this, the undercover officer will receive the Valor Award. The offender was charged with armed robbery, unlawful possession of a firearm by a felon, and unlawful possession of a weapon by a repeat felony offender. This successful operation removed a violent offender targeting vulnerable citizens and brought resolution to multiple robbery cases. Their collective actions demonstrate performance that rises significantly above the expected norm of police service. These members will receive a combination of certificates of recognition, honorable mentions, and the Valor Award, each one tailored to reflect the nature of their assignment, the work they performed, and their courage demonstrated in the field. All right, we're going to move on to honorable mentions. Oh, sorry, Detective Moore, come on back up. And Ryan Kohler, is he here? Sorry, I made you do the circle. During a street stop in February 2025, a subject displayed indicators of being armed and attempted to flee during a pat-down. Officers quickly worked together to detain him and recovered a loaded 9mm Taurus handgun from his jacket pocket. The offender was charged with 2 counts of felony aggravated use of a weapon. Through their awareness and teamwork, Detectives Moore and Kohler removed an illegal firearm from the streets, making Evanston a safer place. For this, we present you both with honorable mentions. Officer Jack Gudikants, please step forward. Also being recognized for this award is Officer Michael Pagan, who was unable to make it tonight. Officers Pagan and Gudikants observed a vehicle driving on Asbury at Howard without having headlights illuminated. The officers conducted a traffic stop, and upon approaching the vehicle, Officer Pagan observed a tan-colored lower rifle receiver in plain view in the back seat. Officer Pagan retrieved the weapon and observed it was an airsoft rifle. Officer Gudikants observed the smell of fresh cannabis and asked the driver how much was present in the vehicle. The driver stated there was cannabis in the center console, and Officer Gudikants had the driver exit the vehicle and inquired about any other firearms or drugs present. The driver indicated there was a firearm in the driver's side door. A search of the vehicle produced said Glock semi-automatic handgun, cannabis, psilocybin mushrooms, a scale, a pistol magazine loaded with ammunition, and several rounds of rifle caliber ammunition. The driver was ultimately charged with unlawful possession of a weapon, unlawful possession of ammunition, possession of a controlled substance, possession of cannabis in a motor vehicle, and unlawful possession of an air rifle. For this, we present you with an honorable mention. Don't go anywhere. Stay put. He's going to stay right here. Detective Brandon Smith, can you also come up here? On February 5th, 2025, Detective Brandon Smith and Officer Jack Gudikants were actively patrolling the area of Dodge and Main when they observed a vehicle with multiple equipment violations. The officers pulled in behind the vehicle, activated their emergency lights, initiating a traffic stop. Contact was made with the driver and the front seat passenger. The officers made plain view observations of suspect narcotics, drug paraphernalia, and ammunition inside of the vehicle. A search was conducted, and a loaded Smith & Wesson 1911 .45 caliber handgun was recovered from the backpack, which contained cannabis and psilocybin mushrooms again. A total of 62 grams of cannabis and 38 grams of the mushrooms were recovered, along with several cannabis oil cartridges. The officers secured charges for unlawful possession of a firearm, possession of a controlled substance, and possession of cannabis. For this, we present both of you with honorable mentions. You can go. Go this way. Go this way. You have to stay. He's staying. Will Officer Rudy Mujica please join Detective Smith? On March 23rd, 2025, EPD received a citizen call stating there were 2 subjects sitting in a vehicle in the rear of 1725 Dodge. The caller stated the subjects were playing loud music, smoking, drinking, and just put a firearm in a backpack. Officers made contact with the driver and front seat passenger. The driver showed signs of alcohol impairment, and the front passenger had open alcohol. A DUI investigation was initiated after the driver failed field sobriety tests. Officers placed him under arrest for DUI. A search of the vehicle resulted in the recovery of 2 loaded firearms under the floorboard. Officers recovered a Smith & Wesson .40 caliber handgun loaded with 8 rounds, a 9mm ghost gun with an affixed flash suppressor loaded with 14 rounds, and suspected narcotics. Formal charges include unlawful possession of a firearm by a repeat felony offender, a Class 6 felony, unlawful possession of a firearm by a felon, a Class 2 felony, several counts of possession of a controlled substance, possession of cannabis, DUI, and a number of traffic offenses. For this, we present you both with honorable mentions. Officers Deanna Riley and Devin Tolliver, come on up. On April 22nd, 2025, officers Devin Tolliver and Deanna Riley conducted proactive patrol in the 1700 block of Payne when they observed a subject smoking cannabis next to an occupied vehicle. They made contact and observed open alcohol in plain view. Their investigation led to the recovery of a loaded Heckler & Koch VP 9mm and 130 grams of cannabis. Through an interview, the offender admitted possession of both the firearm and the narcotics, resulting in felony charges for unlawful use of a weapon and unlawful possession of cannabis. For your proactive, detail-driven police work in a high-crime area, we present you both with honorable mentions. Will the following members please step forward? Detective Adam Pack, he's not here, right? Carl Gustafson, Dave Cherry, Dan Rosenbaum, Cesar Galindo, Nick Chipolet, and Commander Pillars. Members also being recognized this evening for this award who are unable to attend were Officer Nina Griffith and Commander Chris Tortorello. Detectives Adam Pack and Carl Gustafson investigated a series of theft and identity fraud cases across Evanston and nearby jurisdictions. Surveillance and camera footage linked an offender to multiple incidents. On April 4th, 2025, the offender was arrested after detectives observed him using stolen credit cards. Felony approval was secured on 39 charges, including identity theft, aggravated identity theft, and credit card fraud. Detectives conducted extensive video reviews, coordinated surveillance, and worked with detectives from the Special Operations Group to apprehend the offender. For this, we present Detectives Pack and Gustafson with honorable mentions, and for the Special Operations Group, you all get certificates of recognition. Hold on. Wait, you can go. You have to stay. Come on. You have to stay as well. This one also includes Detective Rosenbaum. He's missing a lot tonight. And also includes Officer Nina Griffith and Commander Tortorello. On November 6, 2025, a coordinated multi-agency effort led by the Special Operations Group in partnership with the Skokie Police Department resulted in the safe apprehension of a prolific burglary suspect. Their work exemplified exceptional investigative initiative, interagency cooperation, and operational precision. On November 5, 2025, Skokie officers responded to an on-view burglary occurring just minutes after an attempted burglary in Evanston with the same MO. Skokie PD identified an offender, however, he fled the scene in his vehicle. Evanston police developed intelligence that the offender had abandoned a vehicle in Waukegan. Skokie PD confirmed they had probable cause to arrest the offender for burglary and fleeing and eluding. Members of SOG then developed a tactical plan with the Skokie SET team after receiving credible information regarding the offender's whereabouts. Covert surveillance units tracked a vehicle associated with the offender to an industrial park in Niles. Upon converging, officers determined the driver to be the offender's girlfriend, prompting detectives to broaden their search of the area. Their vigilance led to the discovery of a damaged, partially open warehouse door. After issuing loud verbal commands, detectives heard movement inside and soon after detected footsteps on the roof. Recognizing the heightened risk and complexity of the situation, additional resources from Niles PD, Skokie PD, Niles Fire, Skokie K-9, and a Skokie drone pilot were all deployed. Thanks to discipline, teamwork, and expert coordination, the offender was safely located on the roof of the warehouse and taken into custody without incident. This operation showcased outstanding communication, rapid planning, and seamless cooperation across multiple jurisdictions. The Skokie Police Department was later able to secure charges for residential burglary and fleeing and eluding. And for this, we present all of you with honorable mentions. Commander Pillars is taking over now.
Move this up a little bit. Good evening. I'm Commander Jimmy Pillars. I currently co-supervise the Special Operations Group. Will the following members please step forward? Officers Rudy Mojica, Hu Park, Chanel Brown, Todor Janchevsky. Detectives Anthony Sosa, Carl Gustafson, Cesar Galindo, Nicholas Chipolette. Adam Pack is not here. Matthew Curley, Kyle Jordan, Daniel Rosenbaum, Sergeants Amanda Wright and Brian Rust, and members also being recognized this evening who were unable to attend were Officers Corey Swinson, Pedro Diaz, Markeisha Mills, William Moravska, Michael Pitzenberger, and Commander Chris Tortorella. On May 3rd, 2025, officers responded to a residence in the 2300 block of Greenwood following the reports of shots fired by two individuals. The suspect subsequently retreated into his home, where his elderly mother was also present. Upon arrival, officers quickly established containment of the residence, secured the scene, and coordinated multiple tactical response teams to ensure public safety and also safety. Front and rear perimeter positions were established. Officers maintained continuous control of the area while monitoring any movement for escalation. Aerial support was utilized to assess the interior of the residence, confirming the presence of an innocent occupant inside. In parallel, crisis negotiation efforts were initiated, resulting in sustained communication with the subject and repeated attempts to secure a peaceful surrender. The subject ultimately surrendered without further incident. While containment and negotiations were ongoing, additional officers and detectives coordinated victim and witness interviews, processed the initial crime scene, and authored and executed a search warrant for the residence. Shell casings were recovered outside the home and were collected and processed as evidence. The coordinated response, spanning control, tactical teams, negotiations, and investigative units resulted in the safe resolution of a high-risk incident and the successful apprehension of the suspect, who subsequently charged with attempted murder. For this recognition, officers, detectives, and supervisors will be presented with a combination of certificates of recognition, honorable mentions, reflecting the varied levels of distinction earned for their contributions. Would Commander Marla Dupler please step forward? On December 25th, 2025, while celebrating the Christmas holiday with her family, Commander Dukler's father-in-law began to choke. Commander Dukler performed the Heimlich maneuver 3 times before dislodging the choking hazard, helping the airway to reopen. Commander Dukler's father-in-law was grateful and wanted her to be acknowledged for her quick actions in saving his life. For this, we present you with an honorable mention. Next, we will recognize Officer Kevin Hines, who is unable to attend tonight's ceremony. Also, on December 20th, 2025, EPD responded to the 1400 block of Maple for the report of a 13-year-old juvenile attempting suicide. Officer Hines was the first officer on scene and encountered the juvenile actively attempting to jump out of the 3rd-story window of a home. The parents were physically restraining the juvenile while he climbed out of the window. Officer Hines managed to grab the juvenile and safely bring him back into the house. EFD responded and the juvenile was transported to Evanston Hospital for a mental health evaluation. Officer Hines took quick action after arriving at the scene and managed to bring a peaceful resolution to this chaotic situation. These quick actions helped save the juvenile from great bodily harm or death. For this, Officer Hines will be presented with an honorable mention. And will the following members please step forward? Newly, K-9 Officer Jeremy Neiman, Detective Rosenbaum, Detective Matthew Masucci, Sergeants Richard Tyson and Tom Giese, and also being recognized tonight, but were unable to attend, were telecommunicators Trish Reimers, Madeline Travis, Angelin Coker, Jesse McPhail, Officer Random Johnson, and Commander Christopher Tortorell. These individuals are being recognized in connection with their exceptional contributions to the Tyler Technology CAD RMS system. Throughout the course of this complex and demanding project, these individuals generously contributed their time, technical expertise, and operational knowledge to ensure the successful planning, configuration, testing, and implementation of the Tyler Technologies CAD RMS system. Their involvement went well beyond normal job expectations and required the sustained commitment over an extended period. For their outstanding contributions, teamwork, and commitment to excellence, these members will be presented with the Police Service Commendation. Will Records Review Officer Canalita De La Rosa please step forward? Catalina De La Rosa is also being recognized for her significant contributions during the Tyler project implementation. During transition, she demonstrated professionalism, reliability, and a strong sense of responsibility in support of department operations. Her work was essential in maintaining accuracy and integrity in departmental records. She ensured continuity of operations and adapted to system changes constantly. She committed to the time and effort required to make this certain implementation was met with the highest standards. For this, we present you with the Police Service Commendation. Communications Manager Christopher Voss, please step forward. Communications Manager Voss is an integral and indispensable member of the Evanston Police Department whose contributions in 2025 significantly advanced the department's operational efficiency, technological capability, and service delivery to the community. Chris consistently performs beyond the scope of his assigned duties while maintaining excellence in the daily operations of the Communications Center. Throughout 2025, Chris served as the project manager for Tyler Technologies enterprise implementation, overseeing the planning, coordination, onboarding, and transition to a modem reporting and records management system. His leadership ensured a seamless implementation, minimized operational disruption, and positioned the department for long-term success through improved efficiency and accountability. In addition, Chris led or supported multiple critical initiatives, including upgrading department radios with Wi-Fi capability to enhance in-building coverage, deploying integrated text to 911 functionality within the CallWorks phone system, and upgrading emergency medical dispatch software to interface with the Tyler Technologies CAD system. He also initiated the CESA implementation process through a pilot program with the state of Illinois, ensuring the department remains proactive and compliant with evolving public safety measures. While managing these complex projects, Chris continued to oversee the daily operations of the Communications Center, ensuring uninterrupted service and consistent support and sworn personnel and the community. His dedication, technical expertise, and leadership have had a long-lasting impact on the Evanston Police Department. Christopher Voss's loyalty, initiative, and consistently high-quality work clearly distinguish him as a civilian employee. For this, we present you with the Police Service Commendation. I will now turn it over to Sergeant Amanda Wright.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Sergeant Amanda Wright, and I am the Sergeant of the Traffic Bureau. Susan Morgan, who is not here tonight, our property officer was unable to attend tonight's ceremony. However, her work warrants public recognition. For many years, Susan has been an indispensable force behind the integrity and effectiveness of our operations. Her meticulous handling of evidence and documentation ensures that every item is processed with precision and strict adherence to legal standards. And this directly strengthens the success and admissibility of our cases. Beyond her role, Susan's extensive institutional knowledge and expertise make her a trusted resource across all divisions. Her attention to detail, guidance, and unwavering dedication provide critical support to both investigations and frontline operations. Though often behind the scenes, her contributions are foundational, and the impact of her work is felt through the entire department. So for this, she will be presented with the Police Service Commendation. Officer Theodore Flores wasn't able to attend tonight's ceremony, but his life-saving acts warrant public recognition. On May 15, 2025, 3 citizens at Clark Square Park heard a voice yelling for help near the water. The trio rushed over to help and observed a woman lying down at the bottom of the rocks in the lake, and she told them not to come down or they were going to die. The group called 911. Officer Flores was the first on scene and bravely scaled down the rocks in full uniform and aided the woman in peril. Officer Flores managed to secure the woman by himself until the department arrived. Officer Flores is being recognized for his bravery, which he exemplified by climbing without hesitation down the rocks to the shore of Lake Michigan in the middle of the night to help a woman in danger. And for this, Officer Flores will be presented with commendation. Officer Vincent Kreider and Sergeant Daniel Keeler, please step forward. For this award, we will also recognize Officer Dinslow, who was unable to attend tonight. On November 2nd, 2025, Officers Dinslow, Kreider, and Sergeant Keeler responded to a report of a subject lying on the ground in a pool of blood inside of a restroom at the main library. Upon arrival, officers discovered a female subject who had locked herself inside of a stall and had sustained self-inflicted lacerations on both wrists. Officers Dinslow and Kreider quickly gained entry by climbing over the adjoining stall and unlocking the door. Once access was gained, Officer Dinslow and Sergeant Keeler immediately applied tourniquets to both subjects' arms and to control the bleeding. The quick coordination and actions of Sergeant Keeler and his partners likely saved the subject's life. For this, Officer Kreider is presented with a certificate of recognition, and Officer Dinslow and Sergeant Keeler will be presented with commendations. Next time, I'll bring my readers. I will now turn it over to Communications Manager Christopher Voss.
Thank you. I'm Communications Manager Christopher Voss. It's my honor to manage the civilian personnel telecommunicators, the first line of contact in an emergency situation. So will telecommunicators Daniel Lopez and Michael Velasquez please step forward if they're here. They're around the corner? No? I guess they must have, they coming? All right. Come on, run. Daniel not make it? Did Daniel make it? Do you know? All right. All right, it doesn't look like Daniel was able to make it. So also being recognized tonight, but unable to attend, are telecommunicators Richard Klukas, Angela Coker, Heather Cooper, Carl Haston, Jeffrey Holdren, Jesse McPhail, Brian Meredith, Jessica Moss, Denise Orozco, Tricia Reimers, Michael Stonequist, Linda Thompson, Madeline Travis, and Braulio Valerio. Between late May and the Labor Day holiday of 2025, telecommunicators played an integral role in coordinating 8 water rescue events and 36 water rescue investigations. These incidents often require multiple agencies, including the Coast Guard, Mabus rescue boats, and at times the Chicago Police Department helicopter, to work in partnership with Evanston Police and Fire rescue teams. The professionalism, teamwork, and dedication consistently demonstrated by the telecommunicators reflects the highest standards of care and underscores the critical importance of their role in public safety. Although outcomes can sometimes be tragic, the swift, accurate, and coordinated actions of our communications staff have been vital in supporting field units and contributing to life-saving efforts. Their commitment makes a difference and is truly deserving of sincere appreciation and recognition for a job well done. For this, we present all of the telecommunicators with a unit citation. So now we'll turn it over to...
Don't forget, 5 and dime, Linda's retirement. See you tonight.
Yes, Linda did retire, and we are celebrating that tonight. Thank you, Mike. I'll now turn it over to Sergeant and previous telecommunicator, Tasha Wilson.
Hello, I am Sergeant Tasha Wilson. I oversee the Animal Warden and the Community Relations Unit, which encompasses the Community Policing Unit and the Community Engagement and Outreach, I'm sorry. If Perry Kubala, if you can join me, please. Don't have a connection, we're good. I have the honor of presenting the William H. Logan Community Partnership Award. For this presentation, I am requesting Dr. Gilo Logan to come join me, please. This is a recognition given to individuals, often officers, employees, or community members who demonstrate an exceptional commitment to building trust, collaboration, and meaningful partnerships between the police department and the community. It is named in honor of William H. Logan, his father, my uncle, a respected former Evanston police chief now known for emphasizing community engagement, problem solving, policing, and strong relationships between the law enforcement and residents. The award recognizes sustained efforts to strengthen police-community relationships, innovative or impactful community policing initiatives, collaboration with residents, organizations, or city partners to improve public safety, actions that build trust, transparency, and mutual respect, and contributions that go beyond traditional law enforcement duties to support community well-being. In essence, it honors those who help bridge the gap between the police department and the public, advancing policing that is proactive, collaborative, and rooted in partnership. Animal Warden Perry Kubala is recognized for its exceptional service, professionalism, and unwavering dedication to both the Evanston Police Department and the community. She is widely regarded as one of the most effective animal wardens in recent years, consistently elevating the standard of animal services through expertise, compassion, and commitment. Beyond enforcement, Warden Kubala plays a key role in policy development and education, contributing to meaningful ordinance improvements, including updates to the stray hold and feral cat regulations, as well as providing input on housing-related animal policies. Her work reflects a thoughtful, humane, and community-centered approach to animal welfare. She has also provided critical investigative support in complex sensitive cases, including large-scale neglect investigations and specialized work such as necropsy coordination in a fire-related animal case. Her knowledge and reliability make her a trusted resource for detectives and partner agencies alike. In addition, Warden Kubala is a consistent presence at community engagement events such as the vaccination clinics, outreach programs, and public safety initiatives, strengthening trust between the department and the community. Despite the emotional demands of her role, she remains consistently professional, compassionate, and approachable. Her dedication and positive attitude make her a vital asset to the department and a highly deserving recipient of the William H. Logan Community Partnership Award. Cousin, if you can present her with her award. I now turn it over to Deputy Chief Jody Wright.
Good evening. My name is Jody Wright, and I have the privilege of leading and learning a lot from our Support Services Division. Bear with me, I have a lot of names to read. Will the following members please step forward? Officers Todor Zinkevsky, Kyle Jordan, Matthew Curley, Ryan Kohler, Adams Kozlowski, Cortez Maxwell, Christopher Moore, Rudy Mujica, Madeline Navarro, Jeremy Neiman, A. Ryan Turner Norman. Also being honored but not present tonight, Officers Denny Lee, Gregory Romero, Justin Conley, Daniel Pack, Slava Leontov, Giovanni Cortez, Jana Cram, Brian Hicks, Kevin Hines, Jacob Jedden Gonzalez, Michael Mangus, Brandon Marks, Traffic Officer Mazur, Ivan Reza, Michael Scheck, and Sergeant Jason Nelson. The Patrol Division Field Training Officers are being recognized for their excellent work in 2025. During the year, there were 17 different officers in training cycled through this group of field training officers. 16 of the 17 trainees successfully completed and are expected to successfully complete FTO training. Most of the FTOs work many weeks in a row with different trainees. Their collective professionalism and dedication help produce many well-trained officers who have successfully joined the ranks of the Evanston Police Department. For this, we present you all with the unit citation. Congratulations.
They're clean. Thank you, sir.
I know.
Would Sergeant Daniel Keeler and Commander Liz Glenn please step forward? Hi. Hi. How's it going? Good. In recognition of your unwavering dedication, exceptional leadership, and tireless efforts in achieving full accreditation through the Illinois Law Enforcement Accreditation Program, Sergeant Keeler and Commander Liz Glenn distinguished themselves through extraordinary commitment, precision, and perseverance. Over the course of this year-long initiative, they meticulously compiled and managed more than 1,000 pieces of documentation, ensuring full compliance with accreditation standards. They coordinated across all levels of the department, aligned policies with legal and operational requirements, and led the process through complex timelines and ongoing collaborations with ILEAP representatives. Their efforts not only resulted in a successful accreditation, but significantly enhanced the department's professionalism, accountability, and standing within the community. This achievement reflects a lasting commitment to excellence, integrity, and continuous improvement, one that has elevated the entire organization. For this, we present you both with the Police Service Accommodation. I'll now turn it over to Deputy Chief Dan Russell.
Got my glasses. Good evening, everyone. My name is Dan Russell, and I'm the Deputy Chief of Patrol Operations. Detective Ben Howman, will you please come forward? Welcome. Detective Holloman's exceptional investigative skill, leadership, and dedication have made him an invaluable asset to the Evanston Police Department and significantly advanced public safety within the community. Beginning in 2022, he led a complex narcotics operation targeting high-ranking gang members responsible for violent crime in Evanston. Through his efforts and collaboration with federal authorities, the offenders were federally charged and sentenced to over a decade in custody. The investigation resulted in the recovery of significant amounts of narcotics, including fentanyl, as well as multiple firearms. As a task force officer with the DEA, Detective Holloman spearheads extensive multi-agency investigations with high-profile gang members distributing fentanyl in Evanston. His leadership and coordination with a federal indictment holding dangerous offenders accountable for trafficking deadly opiates to the community. Beyond his investigative work, Detective Holloman plays a role as a departmental trainer. He leads the TASER program and certifies active TASER threat as certified as an active threat master instructor, and provides instruction on use of force, firearms, and close quarters combat. Detective Holloman consistently performs well above his expectations. His contributions have strengthened the department and have made a long-lasting impact on the safety of the Evanston community. For this, I present you with a commendation. The next person that is getting an award is not here this evening, but I thought we'd read it anyways. It's Service Desk Manager Sue Ponarelli, and she'll be honored with the Police Service Commendation. It is with great pride we recognize Sue Ponarelli, whose dedication and service make her an indispensable part of the Evanston Police Department. Working largely behind the scenes, Sue ensures the department operates seamlessly, managing building operations, logistics, and critical support functions with exceptional efficiency and care. Her responsibilities extend well beyond her title. She oversees the 311 call center, service desk, jail operations, consistently ensuring professionalism and reliability in services that directly impact the public. She's also driving force behind the community engagement efforts, volunteering for department events, and supporting community outreach initiatives, and serving as a presenter for the Citizens Police Academy. Sue is known for stepping up without hesitation, handling special assignments, solving problems, and supporting both staff and leadership in any capacity needed. Her reach extends beyond the department as a citywide trainer, further amplifying her impact. Trusted and dependable and selfless, Sue is the person others turn to when something needs to get done. Her contributions strengthen every impact of the organization, and her commitment, professionalism, and heart support the very best of this award. For this, we present Sue Ponarelli with a Police Service Commendation. Will Detectives Chipolet, Galindo, Rosenbaum, Cherry, and Detective Travis Swiwa of the Wilmette Police Department and Commander Pillars, please come forward. I'd also like to recognize tonight those who were unable to attend, Officer Nina Griffin, Detective Julie Triggs-Redmond, and Commander Christopher Tortorello. The Special Operations Group is recognized for its outstanding collective efforts and significant contributions to the mission of the Evanston Police Department. Through disciplined, intelligence-led investigations, the unit has successfully disrupted narcotics traffic operations, removed illegal firearms, and held violent offenders accountable, demonstrating exceptional coordination, investigative skill, and commitment to public safety. In the summer of 2025, detectives executed a search warrant in the 400 block of Howard Street following an extensive narcotics investigation involving undercover purchases. The operation resulted in the recovery of multiple firearms and a significant quantity of crack cocaine, leading to approved felony charges. During the same period, detectives conducted a separate complex investigation into narcotics distribution near Maple and Main Street. Coordinating with the Chicago Police Department, the subject's involvement in a homicide investigation. Despite the complexity, detectives continued their work, conducting surveillance, developing cooperating witnesses, and completing multiple controlled purchases, some occurring near a school and in the presence of children. The case concluded with a coordinated arrest supported by the Special Response Team and resulted in both homicide and felony narcotics charges. These investigations stemmed from ongoing narcotics activity impacting vulnerable citizens in the area and reflects the unit's dedication to protecting the community. For those reasons, the Special Operations Group is presented with a unit citation. Additionally, Detective Slyka from Wilmette is being recognized for his professionalism and assistance working in undercover capacity. He will receive an honorable mention.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'll now turn the podium over to Deputy Chief Secluti.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Melissa Secluti, Deputy Chief over Investigations. Will the following members please step forward? Sergeants Tyson, Giese, Henderson, Jones, Commander Kenny Carter, Detectives Pack, Sosa, Messing, Herrera, Gustafson, Maxwell, Navarrete, Verani, Vasquez, Curley, Masucci, School Resource Officers Carmichael and Jones, Crime Analyst Marianne Ring, Officer Amanda Fernandez. If Chicago PD is here, we're looking for Chicago Officers Navarrete, Garcia, Steinman, Calava. Also being recognized, but when unable to make it tonight, are Officers Swenson, Just, Pinsenberger, and Beckman. Ready? On December 4, 2025, a 14-year-old ETHS student contacted school resource officers to report that she had been victimized earlier that morning. After missing her bus, she accepted a ride from an unknown adult male. During the ride, the offender made sexual advances toward the victim and displayed a pocket knife in a threatening manner to compel her to compliance. Upon arrival at ETHS, he further attempted an unlawful sexual act before allowing the victim to exit the vehicle. Detective Herrera, serving as the lead detective, immediately coordinated the investigation, led a victim-centered approach to interviewing, organized evidence review, and shaped investigative strategy. Investigation supervisors managed investigative resources, ensured timely follow-up, and maintained operational oversight throughout the case. Investigations personnel conducted a detailed review of pod and private surveillance footage identifying the offending vehicle. This crucial discovery provided the first major investigative lead. Detective Juan Navarrete subsequently identified the offender from prior contacts and connected him to the vehicle. Detective Navarrete coordinated directly with the Chicago Police Department, advising CPD that Evanston Police had probable cause for the offender's arrest and requested their assistance in locating him. Additional video analysis confirmed the suspect vehicle in the area at the relevant time. Later the same day, the juvenile victim positively identified the offender in a photo lineup. Shortly thereafter, CPD located the offender and the vehicle and turned both over to Evanston detectives. Detectives Gustafson, Kozlowski, Verani provided critical support by preparing legal documents, managing evidence, and completing essential follow-up tasks. Detectives Pack and Sosa transported the victim to the forensic interview and worked closely with the Assistant State's Attorney, resulting in the timely authorization of felony charges. As a direct result of the coordinated efforts of the Investigations Bureau, the offender was charged with aggravated kidnapping, a Class X felony, and 2 counts of aggravated criminal sexual assault, Class 2 felonies. Although specific members played key investigative and supervisory roles, it is essential to emphasize that this case was resolved because of the combined unified efforts of the entire Investigations Bureau. Detectives and supervisors assisted with surveillance, prisoner monitoring, canvassing, evidence processing, documentation, communication with the Chicago Police Department, and comprehensive case support. Every member, whether individually named or not, contributed meaningfully to the rapid identification, arrest, and charging of a dangerous offender who posed an immediate threat to the community. As a result of their collective efforts, members are being recognized with a combination of unit citations, certificates of recognition, and honorable mentions, reflecting the varying levels of contribution and responsibility throughout the investigation.
He always looks so good, right? Since SRO Grace Carmichael is here, can you step forward, please? We recognize the most improved officer for 2025, School Resource Officer Grace Carmichael. Physical fitness and a healthy lifestyle are essential to the demands of law enforcement profession. For that reason, it is important to recognize those who demonstrate a strong commitment to their physical well-being and set the standard for others to follow. In recognition of her outstanding commitment to wellness and her performance in this year's annual wellness testing, Officer Grace Carmichael is proudly named the most improved officer for 2025. Sergeant Giese, please step forward. He asked me to skip this. It is with deep gratitude the Evanston Police Department proudly honors Sergeant Tom Giese for his extraordinary leadership, vision, and unwavering dedication in bringing Marine 21 to life. What began as an idea became a reality because of Sergeant Giese's tireless commitment. From the very first steps, he built this program from the ground up, assembling a talented team, ensuring specialized training, securing critical equipment, and forging a seamless partnership with the Evanston Fire Department. His efforts created not just a program, but a legacy for years to come.
Thanks to his determination and foresight, our waters are now safer, our response times faster, and our ability to protect and serve the community stronger. Marine 21 stands as a testament to what innovation, collaboration, and perseverance can achieve when guided by leadership. Sergeant Giesi's vision has elevated public safety, strengthened interagency cooperation, and left a mark on the city of Evanston. For his contributions, we celebrate him not only as a leader, but as a builder and partner of the community. For this, we present you with a Police Service Commendation. Commanders Kenny Carter and Jimmy Pillars, please step forward. Also being recognized tonight for this award is Commander Chris Tortorello, who is unable to make it. Ready? This award recognizes 3 commanders for their vision, leadership, and sustained commitment in developing what is now the department's Special Response Team. The Special Response Team originated during a period of significant operational strain when staffing shortages and increased large-scale protest activity limited the department's ability to consistently support high-risk warrants and other critical operations. In response, a warrant service team was conceived as a flexible, scalable solution to support high-risk search warrants, tactical operations, and major incident response. Through strong leadership and direction, the team was expanded and refined into the Special Response Team, with the development of structured training, recurring quarterly instruction, and advanced annual tactical training to ensure long-term sustainability and effectiveness. Since its creation, the team has been deployed in a variety of high-risk and complex operations, consistently proving to be a reliable and highly effective resource that enhances both officer safety and operational capability. This recognition highlights the collaborative leadership that transformed an operational need into a lasting mission-critical capability that continues to strengthen the department's ability to respond to evolving challenges. For this, all 3 commanders will be presented with the Police Service Commendation. Every year, Chief Stewart recognizes an individual with the Chief Special Award. This year, we will present Head State's Attorney Eileen Burke with the Chief Special Award for her partnership with our Investigations Bureau. State's Attorney Burke will be presented this award by Chief Stewart's executive team at a later date, as she was unable to make it this evening. I will now turn it over to Sergeant Giesi.
Good evening, everybody. We're about halfway there, so I appreciate the patience. My name is Tom Giesi, and I work alongside the amazing men and women of our Investigative Services Division. So, Mary Ann Ring, can you please join me up front? Smile. I have the distinct honor to present the Civilian of the Year Award to our crime analyst, Mary Ann Ring, whose work has become the driving force behind Evanston's intelligence-led policing strategies. Far more than a data expert, Mary Ann is a strategic asset whose precision and insight directly contributed in 2025 to a 13% reduction in violent crime, 11% decrease in property crime, and a 26% increase in clearance rates, outcomes rooted in her relentless commitment to public safety. Her analysis informs real-time intelligence briefings, deployment decisions, and year-to-date crime trends, ensuring resources are placed where they are needed most. She has identified emerging crime patterns, supported major investigations through geospatial analysis and suspect linkage, and strengthened efforts to disrupt criminal networks. Beyond operational impact, Mary Ann elevates the entire department through her ability to translate complex data into actionable intelligence, train personnel in analytical thinking, and collaborate across units and agencies. Whether briefing command staff, supporting critical incidents, or presenting to city leadership, she consistently delivers with accuracy, humility, and excellence. Mary Ann Ring is the quiet force behind our strategy, the reason our officers are better informed, better prepared, and our community is safer. Ladies and gentlemen, help me congratulate our 2025 Civilian of the Year, Mary Ann Ring.
Thank you. I'll be really quick, I promise, because I know we're running late. I love coming to work every single day. I'm really grateful to work with all of you. Thank you for all of your hard work and being so kind and everything. And I always say I'm just a jerk that works in an office, but it's a really cool office. So thank you very much. I appreciate all of you so much. Thank you.
And now it is my pleasure to turn things over to Chief Stewart.
Can I have up here Mother Bertha Martinez and Detective Jacqueline Herrera? Come on up. I have the pleasure of announcing the 2025 Officer of the Year with her mother. Detective Herrera exemplifies the highest standards of professionalism, investigative excellence, and dedication to service. While assigned to the Domestic Violence Unit, Detective Herrera consistently performs well beyond the expectations of her assignment and has become one of the most impactful and relied upon detectives within the Detective Bureau. Her work ethic is phenomenal, and she never shies away from the most challenging investigations. She is instrumental in nearly every major case that enters the Detective Bureau, routinely providing investigative leadership, strategic direction, and case-building expertise. Her ability to further complex investigations and secure maximum appropriate charges, particularly in domestic violence and sexual assault cases, is absolutely exceptional. During 2025, she led or played a critical role in numerous high-risk and high-profile felony investigations, including aggravated domestic battery with strangulation, aggravated kidnapping, predatory and attempted criminal sexual assault, attempted first-degree murder, firearm-related aggravated batteries, robberies and aggravated batteries against police officers. These cases required advanced investigative skill, trauma-informed interviewing, meticulous evidence management, and close coordination with prosecutors to ensure accountability and justice for victims. In addition to her investigative responsibilities, she plays a pivotal role in training and mentoring both new and experienced detectives in domestic violence and sexual assault investigations, Her guidance has significantly improved case quality, investigative consistency, and outcomes across the Bureau. She requires little to no supervision, demonstrates exceptional case management skills, and consistently holds herself and others accountable for timely, thorough, and high-quality work. Further contributes to the department through specialized assignments and service, including evidence technician duties, service as a forensic specialist for the North Regional Major Crimes Task Force with multiple call-outs, and serving as an instructor in sexual assault investigations, tactical emergency medical care, and rapid deployment. She is also an active member of the Special Response Team, Honor Guard, Recruitment Team, and serves as a YWCA domestic violence presenter, strengthening both internal operations and community trust. Detective Herrera's intelligence, initiative, teamwork, and ability to think outside the box make her an invaluable asset to the Evanston Police Department and Evanston community. Her dedication to victims, commitment to excellence, and leadership within the Detective Bureau brings significant credit to the department and the community she serves. I think the only thing she's not doing is being the chief of police for the Evanston Police Department at this point, but she can have it now. Please join me in congratulating her and her mother, 2025 Officer of the Year. Outstanding. Even though she can be bashful at times, I think she is probably one of the most humble people I know. I do want her to say a few words and get her flowers right now.
Sorry, I'm nervous. Good evening. First and foremost, thank you all for being here tonight. I'm very humbled and honored to receive this recognition. I want to thank Chief Stewart and all of my supervisors for their leadership, guidance, and for allowing me the opportunity to wear so many hats within this department. Your trust and support have helped me grow both professionally and personally. To all civilian and sworn personnel, thank you for your teamwork, dedication, and commitment to serving the community. I share this recognition with all of you. To our Intel team and Special Operations Unit, thank you for your partnership, hard work, and commitment to the investigations and keeping the community safe. My home, a special thank you to the Detective Bureau, always ready to assist, always answering the call, and always demonstrating what true teamwork looks like. Your professionalism and support never go unnoticed. To my family and friends, thank you for your support, encouragement, and understanding. And most importantly, I want to thank my mom. She's my rock. We talk every single day, and her mentoring, guidance, and constant support push me to always be my best. Everything I am today is because of the values, strength, and determination that she has instilled in me. Receiving the 2025 Officer of the Year Award is an incredible honor. I accept it with gratitude, humility, and continued commitment to serving this department and our community with integrity and dedication. Thank you. I'd like to thank the members of the Awards Committee, a group of talented, professional, and dedicated individuals who have spent many hours reading reports and policy and preparing for this ceremony. This year's Awards Committee was led by Deputy Chief Melissa Secluti,
who was carried by Shada Issue, telecommunicators Jesse McPhail, Detective Nicholas Chipolet, Sergeant Amanda Wright, Commander Marla Dukla, Commander Liz Glenn, and Commander Jimmy Pillars. I will now turn it over to Rabbi Montrose for some final remarks. Once again, let's go back to this awards committee, and again, outstanding, unbelievable job.
As we close tonight, I'd ask for one final moment together. Take a breath. Let everything you just heard sink in. Every name, every story, every quiet act of courage that finally got said out loud tonight. This is what a community looks like when it works. This right here is what gratitude in action sounds like. So we prepare to step back out into the world. Let us hold on to this. Before we close in prayer, let me leave you with one small thought to carry out of the room. The officers we celebrated tonight gave this community extraordinary things. We can give something back, and it costs us nothing. A wave, a nod, a smile across a parking lot, a simple thank you at a coffee counter, small kindness given freely that remind the people behind these badges that they are seen, that they are appreciated, and that they are not alone in this work. That is how a community loves its officers back. So tomorrow and the day after, when you pass an Evanston officer on the street, give them a wave, give them that smile. Let them feel what we all feel in this room right now. Now, if you'll join me one final time, our Father in heaven, and all of us together in whatever way each of us reflects, we ask for your protection over every officer who serves on our streets tonight, over every officer who serves at home, and over every public servant standing watch abroad. May they be guarded in body and in spirit. May they return safely to those who love them. May the officers of the Evanston Police Department continue to be blessed with good health, body, mind, and spirit. May their families be blessed with peace, with patience, with togetherness, and with the quiet pride of knowing what their loved one means to so many. And may this community continue to grow in connection, neighbor to neighbor, civilian to officer, human to human, because that connection is what makes everything else possible. Go in peace, go in gratitude, and go in good health. Amen. This concludes the program. Please join us for refreshments and cake. Thank you and good evening.